I'm Caroline Vaccaro, and this is an OU TV News Brief. The trial begins for an OU student accused of attacking his then-pregnant girlfriend. Gage Ford is on trial for domestic assault and battery against Allie Stevens. The jury selection began this morning. OU Nightly will continue trial coverage throughout the week. The jury selection process in the trial of the Parkland shooter, Nikolas Cruz, will be restarted due to the judge's error. The judge did not tell the potential jurors to return on the correct day. Cruz is facing the death penalty. A New York judge announced he is holding former United States President Donald Trump in civil contempt. The state attorney general's office says Trump did not comply with a subpoena for documents needed to investigate his organization. A lawyer for Trump claims he does not have the requested documents. This has been an OU TV News Brief. I'm Caroline Vaccaro. Be sure to watch OU Nightly tomorrow live at 4:30. Good night. I'm Caroline Vaccaro, and this is an OU TV News Brief. Oklahoma's Governor Kevin Stitt spoke on government efficiency, better infrastructure, and business climate. Stitt, during his fourth annual address, is pushing for higher teacher salaries to improve the education system and eliminating state tax on groceries. Construction is currently happening on a new play pit. Norman's first indoor playground is set to open in April. The new space will feature a 5-story play structure and offers concessions from local Norman vendors. Designed by 2 Norman moms, the space allows kids to play despite the weather. On Sunday, 18 people were rescued from Lake Erie while snowmobiling. A sheet of ice cracked and broke away. Luckily, a bystander was able to rescue 7 of these people, while the rest were saved by the Coast Guard. Fortunately, no one was injured. This has been an OU TV News Brief. I'm Caroline Vaccaro. Be sure to watch OU Nightly tomorrow live at 4:30. Good night. I'm Caroline Vaccaro at the OU Nightly Update Desk. The Senate Judiciary Committee is deadlocked on approving Ketanji Brown Jackson to the Supreme Court. The committee voted along party lines 11-11. This forces an additional procedural discharge vote. It will take 51 votes to discharge the deadlocked nomination. The vote is expected to take place at any moment. That's it for now. Back to you in the studio. I'm Caroline Vaccaro, and this is an OU TV News Brief. The LAPD says Chris Rock will not be pressing charges against Will Smith for striking him at the Oscars. Last night at the ceremony, Smith walked up on stage and hit the comedian after Rock made a joke about Jada Pinkett Smith's shaved head. The actress struggles with alopecia, an autoimmune disorder leading to hair loss. A search is on for an Oklahoma prison inmate who escaped from the state reformatory. Officials were conducting an inmate count when they noticed the 56-year-old Frank Logan was missing. He is currently serving 60 years for various charges and has an affiliation with the Aryan Brotherhood. Details on his escape have not been released. At least 19 people were found dead from gunshot wounds at an event in Mexico's Michoacan state around 10:30 Sunday night. Others on the scene were wounded and an investigation is underway. This has been an OU TV News Brief. I'm Caroline Vaccaro. Be sure to watch OU Nightly tomorrow live at 4:30. Good night. I'm Caroline Vaccaro, and this is an OU TV News Brief. A young teen who was missing for over a week has now been found safe. Natalie Kramer disappeared with an unknown man from a Dallas Mavericks game on April 8th. 3 people have been arrested in connection with the case. Officers say they believe Kramer is a victim of sex trafficking. A U.S. district judge in Florida struck down the White House's mask mandate for airplanes and other public transportation. The policy required passengers to wear a face covering. Today, the federal judge ruled the mandate unlawful and exceeded the authority of the U.S. Centers of Disease Control and Prevention. 2 people are dead and dozens are injured after 4 shootings across 3 states this weekend. In Pittsburgh, 2 teens are dead after a shooting at a house party. 2 mass shootings in South Carolina left 23 injured. In Boston, 2 people were shot and 3 suspects are in custody. This has been an OU TV News Brief. Good night.